Hello and welcome to a new episode of Java series. So in today video I'm going to tell you about variables. So which is very basic thing of any programming. So I'm going to explain you about variables, data type and literals. So but I'm going to use Java language to explain all these things. But as generic, these variables are very common to any language. So even if you are not in Java, but yeah, you are able to understand about the variables. Okay, so let's begin the today video. Okay, so to explain you about the variable, I'm giving you a very general example. Okay, so here you can see we have a empty box. Okay, you know what we do with the empty box. So we have a box. So what we do normally, right? So we use this box to keep something like over here. Okay, I can fill this box with some items, any item that I want, and I can just fill it in that box. Okay, so I have two things, right? One, at left side I have an empty box, and at right side I have a box with filled something. Okay, now what I can fill in the in this box? So I can fill anything. Okay, as per the size. Obviously we cannot fill this box with a size which is bigger than this box. Okay, so anything that is there within the size of this box I can store, I can keep in this box. Okay, now just relate with the same logic with the programming. Now when we do a program, we have to deal with some data, the value. So assume this items which is shown on this box, which is filled as the data. So these are the data, and we have to deal with the data. We have to work with the data in our program. So for example, data you can assume like any number, or maybe your name, age, okay, the salary, the amount. So these all are data specifically which we require to process, to manage in a program. Okay, now when I say this data, so just think this box, a container where we can keep our data. So if you have to deal with the data, if you have to work with the data, so in programming you have to store the data somewhere so that you can use it. Okay, so just imagine that this empty box can contain your data. Fine, so in that case, this empty box, that we will call this box as variable. So you can correlate this box with the term variable. So assume this box is, now we call this box as variable. And why the name variable? Because the content of this box can change. It is not fixed. Today I have filled this with some item 1, but tomorrow I can fill the same box with some other item. So the content of this box is not fixed, and I am free to change that contents. So that's why we call this as variable. So variable are some container, some storage where we can keep our data. Fine, so now you can assume, okay, the similar kind of container are there in programming also, but there we call it as a variable. Okay, now as I said, the variables contains data. Okay, now what kind of data normally we use? So just for example, I've already gave you like your name, age, these are the data. So normally we have the data of number type, or maybe some characters, alphabets. Okay, so anything which is there on a keyboard are all are data actually. Okay, now in Java, if you are working with the Java, so Java provides you facility by which you can create this kind of storage or the variable, right? And now to store the data, this data, you need the variable. But what Java says, so Java has given you facility that you can create boxes or the variables of varying size. That means depend upon your requirement, as per their size, you can create multiple types of variables. So multiple type, I'm talking about in terms of the size. That means you can create bigger boxes, big boxes, small boxes, smaller boxes, as per your need. So in your home also, right, we have various size of container boxes. So if I want to store some small thing, so we use the smaller boxes. If you require to store some big items or multiple items, So we use some bigger container. So in Java also, we have to think that in our program, what kind of data that I'm going to use. It's a smaller data, it's a big data. So as per that, we will choose our container. Okay. So Java provided us a data type. Data type, the mean of data type is what kind of data that you are going to store in a variable. So in Java or in any programming, we have to declare, we have to first of all identify the variable that okay, I need some kind of variable, and also we have to define like what kind of data that will be stored. If it is a numeric data, it will be some character data or something else. So as per the type of the data, we have to declare, or declare means what, we define, okay, this container will contain only number. So Java provides primitive data types, and these primitive data types are nothing but just some keywords. If you can see the column 1, this is data type. These are reserved keywords in Java programming language, which indicates or which is used to define the type of data a variable can use. Okay, so Java provides these 8 primitive data types that we can use to declare our variables. So now what are the difference in these data types? So this table is giving you the complete detail. If you can see, each data type is having one specific name. Okay, and it's a case sensitive, Java is a case sensitive language. So these are the keyword, and this is what the size which can be stored in that data type, in this variable actually, and also the range of the number, the smallest number and the biggest number. And what is the default value? Default value means what, whenever we create a variable, by default it keeps this value, the default one. Okay, like in case of this previous screen, if you can see, whenever we have any empty box, so what it contains? Nothing normally, right? So in programming, when we create a variable, so it contains something at the beginning, and that is the default value. So these primitive data types have some size, they have min and max value, the range, and the default value. So let's go one by one and try to understand what are the meaning of this data types. So first data type, which is the smallest data type in Java programming, which is called a byte. So byte type of data type is means like it will store 8 bit of data, and the range is what, -128 to 127. So if you require to deal with some data within this range, so the Java suggests use the byte data type. Don't go directly by the int, because many people, they prefer to use int only everywhere. Whenever we require some data in numeric, just go straight forward to the int one. So that is not the right way. As per the requirement, we should choose our data type. This will give you an optimized application. Okay, so this was the byte one. Now again, we have some bigger data type, short, which is having 16 bit of data. Again, the range, you can see this again, it's at a bigger size. So this is what the range. And if you require more bigger size, you can use the int, which is having the 32 bit of data. It's a big number actually. And even more, we have long, which is 64 bit of data. So this byte, short, int, long basically are used to keep the numeric data. Yeah. Now if you have some data which also having some fraction, okay, and like, so you have some currency, right, something which is in a decimal, 10.5. so these values are basically stored on the float data type. So float variables allow you to store all your fraction values. The size is same as the int, but the difference is what, it can contains the fraction part, which int doesn't support. So if I want to store 10.5, so if I'm trying to use int, I will not be able to store the whole 10.5 value into the int. So for that, we have to choose the float data type. Now the bigger size of the float is double. So just the difference in size, rest all are same. So double is also like going to store the fraction part, decimal values. Yeah. So these all are like byte, short, int till the double. These are basically made to keep your numeric data. Okay. Now we also have one boolean type of data type. Now boolean is basically is there in the programming to keep any one binary value. Binary means what? I wanted to store only true or false, or maybe in the binary value 0 and 1. Okay, so that's why the size of this is 1 bit only. So in programming, these are for the logical value. So at many places we require to store only some flags, yes, no, true, false, ups and down, 0, 1. Okay, so for that we require the boolean variable, easy to use, and also it uses very less memory. Yeah. Now last one is the char. So char data type is used to store some characters, and the size is 16-bit. Okay, so these are the 8 primitive data type provided by Java, which we can use in our program. Fine. Now let's move on to the next topic. So this is about the literals. Now what this literal means? So we have already discussing this value, the data which we are storing. Okay, so we are storing some data into our variable. So this box is your variable, but the data what we store, the data that we assign to the variable is known as the literals. It's very simple. Yeah. So in programming, this is a very simple example where I'm declaring one variable called age of data type int, and I'm assigning a value of 35. So this line saying that, okay, there is one variable age, this is the name of variable, and int is the data type, and I am assigning a literal value 35 to this variable. So this is the variable. Yeah. So let's see in the actual programming how we use this data type, and how we can just assign some value and see how it's working in the program. Okay. So I am on class that I am already created for you, and it is having one main method. So under that, let's try to use some variable. So as I said, to declare a variable, first of all, you have to require one data type. So what variable you require, what is your requirement, what do you want to store? Based upon that, you can decide what kind of data type that you require. For example, I need to store age. Okay, so for age, if you can go back and see the table, right? So which is the right one that to choose out of this whole table? So you can see the max and min value. Okay, and within that, actually you choose the right one, the smallest one, just to save your memory. Why to use a very big data type if we can use the same thing with the smaller data type? So here you can see that you have a byte, range is up to 127, which is more than enough, I would say. Yeah, so we can use byte also, short also, int also, or even for long also you can use it, but it depends on you how you decide. Okay, there's no wrong and right, but it depends the way what is your specific need in a program, what is your plan. So it all depend on that. Okay, so for example, I'm just showing you example with the int. So I'm declaring a variable called int age. This is the variable, and now as a literal I'm assigning some value like 25. That's it. So now this variable contains the value 25. Okay. Similarly, if I want to store some decimal value, I just now told you that we have the float and double to store the decimal value. So if I want to store some decimal value, let's see, like float and price. Okay, so the price of one item is 10.5. Now here is what I'm doing. I'm assigning one decimal values, a literal to a float. Now by definition, what Java says that if the literal is float, please specify that it is a fractional literal. So you have to provide a suffix with a character called f. This f indicate that this is a fraction value to be stored as float. Okay, so if you're not putting this, so it will give you a compile error, because by default it is treating that, okay, look like it's a double value. So it will treat the value as double if you are not providing any suffix. So you can provide F, caps or small, both are working, so whichever you can use, that is fine. So this is about the literal, about for the float one. For double, similarly, so here also you can use some fraction value, and here even if you are not providing any suffix, it's fine, because by default it take double, so there is no issue on that. So you can provide the suffix D also, that is also fine. You can provide caps D also, that is also fine. Okay, so it all depends. Yeah, so this is about how we declare variable and how we use the variable in program, and what is the meaning of data type and literals. So I hope the concept of variables that you have understood about in specific in Java, and the range of primitive data type, specifically what is there in the Java. Okay, so let me know if you have any question, and if you have any question, please type in your comment section so that I can reply back to you. Thanks for watching this video.